Have you guys heard about FIRE? Financial Independence, Retire Early? Ito yung mga tao na who save aggressively para makapag-retire sila in their 30s or 40s. Kami ni Haven, we just learned about this recently. Haven?
Nga eh.
And naisip namin na, what if kunyari nalaman namin to in the early 2000s? Would we have done it? Kung ginawa nga namin to, would we have missed some of the most important years with our son?
We came to the United States in the 90s. And by 2000, we were actually already in our 40s. So we asked ourselves, would FIRE be realistic for us? Or would the trade-offs would have been too much? So for those who haven't heard about the FIRE movement, it's all about achieving financial independence early. So some people save aggressively between 50 to 70% of their income so that their investments would support them sa mga lifestyles nila.
And when that happens, you don't need to rely on your paycheck anymore.
Yeah.
Some people, they're able to retire decades before yung traditional retirement age, di ba? And some may even call this like a bold, ambitious plan. Kasi biro mo in your 30s or 40s, magta-travel ka na lang.
Good life.
Oh, good life. And then you don't even have to worry about work. Diba? And it's very inspiring na a lot of people are doing this. Pero it's very intense also. Kasi it requires discipline, sacrifice, and a particular mindset.
But the truth is, we didn't know about this FIRE movement until recently. Kasi back then, we're, raising our son and trying to make ends meet. Just like any family, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, we never really talked about retiring early.
Tsaka nobody was talking about that, no? Noong panahon na yun.
Yeah, why? I mean, wala.
Hindi pa napag-uusapan masyado yun. So whatever we experienced back then had nothing to do with FIRE. Pero imagine what could have happened kung ginawa natin yon. Would we have retired in our 40s? Maybe, no?
Oh, yeah.
Mathematically, maybe, pwede, posible. Pero would we have wanted to do it? I think that's the bigger question, no? Alam niyo, one thing that we realized about this FIRE is the level of discipline with money.
Yes.
Many people who pursue it saves more than 50% of their income. And another level of talagang discipline na, biro mo, more than kalahati ng kinikita mo, nakasave.
Oh, yeah. Saka yung commitment is really impressive sa akin.
Oo.
Kasi, but ang kailangan nga, it also comes with pressure.
Yeah.
Siyempre.
When we think back to those days, raising Brian, we have work, tapos yung mga responsibilities here at home, di ba? For the family. Parang it's already stressful na. Tapos kunyari kung ginawa pa yung FIRE na yon,
dagdag pa,
it's another layer of pressure. Hindi ko alam kung kakayanin natin yun. Parang ang hirap, no?
Mahirap.
Another trade-off that we thought about is that there's so much life happening in the present. Kasi when you're pursuing early retirement, ang mindset dyan is sacrifice now, di ba? And then later, financial freedom.
So planning for the future is important because, life is happening right now. Like small trips, yung mga dinners, these are the memories that will last forever.
Oh, tanda mo yung pag para kami ni Brian, kahit sa kami pumunta nung maliit yan, kasama natin parate, di ba? May kwento pala ako, nung nasa school pa si Brian, di ba? Kasi si Brian mahilig siya mag-join ng mga varsity teams, di ba? So, nag-attend siya, he has games, and may times na hindi kami nakakapunta ni Haven kasi nga sa work. Can you imagine those times na hindi nga namin napupuntahan lahat? What if kunyari may FIRE pa nun? Hindi na talaga mapupuntahan yon. And that, when Brian mentioned that to us, parang, di ba?
Parang guilty.
Parang nakaka-guilty na sabi niya sa amin before na, how come you don't go to all our games? To my games, to all my games. So, yun lang naisip ko lang yun.
Imagine that, no?
Di ba one of the reasons why people do this FIRE is para to get out of that 9 to 5 grind. Para they don't have to work anymore, di ba?
And honestly, work wasn't always something that we were trying to escape from.
Siyempre, there are times na stressful, pero work gave us purpose and stability, di ba?
Yeah. And allowed us to provide for our family and build the life that we wanted.
Sometimes kasi when people talk about FIRE, ang goal nila is to get out of the workforce like as early as possible. Pero para sa amin, work is like part of the journey, di ba?
Siyempre.
Earlier we mentioned about if we did this FIRE, would we have missed important, years with our son, di ba?
For sure.
Those were the years na lumalaki pa siya. And during those years also, he was involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. Ito yung sumasali pa siya sa mga Boy Scouts, mga sports, piano lessons.
And even guitar.
Oo nga, no?
Diba?
And of course, as parents, we were always there supporting him. Nandyan kami sa mga practices, sa mga events, sa mga recitals. Yung mga yon, those took time, effort, and sometimes even money. But for us, those were important moments as a family.
And syempre, we also took trips together. Minsan, kumakain kami sa labas as a family, and sometimes it was just the simple things like being at home, spending time together, talking, at saka yung tawanan.
Oo, ito nga.
Oo.
But could we have saved more money if we were talagang very strict sa spending natin? Probably, siguro, no?
Probably, yeah.
Pero yung mga moments na yon, those experiences, naging memory siya that we still talk about hanggang ngayon. And now that he's an adult, meron na siyang mga sariling lakad, when we look back, diba, those are like special memories na will be with us forever.
Kasi yung closeness na na-build namin as a family during those years, dala-dala pa rin namin hanggang ngayon.
And that was always important to us, diba? We wanted him to grow up knowing the value of family. Gusto namin maramdaman niya na nandyan lang kami parati for him. And if we probably did dong FIRE, yung aggressively chasing early retirement, we probably would have skipped all of this, no?
And these are the things na we wouldn't want to give up. Siyempre, yung mga memories na ganyan.
Because when we look back now, the money we might have saved earlier could never replace yung relationship na we built with our son. And for us,
It was worth everything, right?
I guess yung FIRE movement na to, ang trade-off for us, the biggest trade-off would be time spent with family. And that's very important for us na I think hindi natin kakayanin yun, no?
I don't
And
think
for
so.
the others who are doing FIRE now or then, hats off to you guys if you're able to do it. Pero kami ata hindi namin kaya.
No.
Some people might say na there's coast fire naman, di ba?
Yeah, yun. May pagka-subtle naman yun.
Yeah, sabi nga nila, less stressful, and yeah, we get it, that's true. Pero our story is not about retiring as early as possible. It's about the life that we built along the way. Ito yung mga
Experiences, good
memories.
memories.
Ganun. And yun ang mas importante para sa amin. At dagdag ko rin pala, yung another mindset pala dito sa FIRE movement na to is like, yung way of thinking mo is like, it's never enough.
Yeah.
Diba?
Di ka content.
Di ka content. Gusto mo more and more. Save ka pa rin ng save.
Yep.
Kahit na siguro marami ka na, gusto mo pa rin.
Yeah.
Ganun ba talaga nga ang feeling na pag you're in that FIRE movement? Let us know in the comments below. Learning about FIRE made us realize something important. It's not just about the numbers or how quickly you can build your portfolio. It's about the life that you build
While
you're saving,
Yeah.
no?
Well, yes, we might have been able to retire earlier had we taken a different financial path. But what we're thinking of was investing in something, more memorable, yung mga family experiences. Yung mga
Time
ganyan.
together.
Time together.
So, would we have chosen FIRE if we knew about this one when we were younger? Maybe, maybe not. FIRE works for a lot of people and we respect that. And it's really inspiring to see a lot of people who retire in their early 30s or 40s.
And every financial decision comes with trade-offs. And everyone needs to know what really matters to them.
So ngayon curious kami, if you knew about FIRE when you were younger, would you have pursued it? Ginawa nyo kaya yon? Let us know in the comment section below. So, that's our reflection about this fire movement.
And sometimes the greatest wealth is not really about money, but it's about the memories that you build with the people that you love.
And that's what really counts. So, that ends our vlog today, and we hope you liked the topic today. So, thank you very much for watching, and we hope to see you in our next vlog.
Bye!
Bye!
Kasi back then, we were raising our son and trying to meet ends meet. Again.
Ano ba yan?
So back then,
Alam nyo, one thing that we